Hi, I'm Miss May and today I'm going to show you how to use tappets, which are these. These are script tappets, so they've got like the nice squiggly different type of text, and I'll show you how nice they look in my short demonstration today. This is some homemade Mexican paste. Please check out my other tutorials so you can see how it's made. It's really easy, and if you're running low on time, it's easy to have this made in advance, and also so you don't have to run out to the shops to buy stuff. To use brown, so I use a cocktail stick. Brown you actually need quite a lot for the colour to intensify, but usually you could just put a little drop on first and work your way if you're unsure, but generally I know how it works, so I usually add quite a bit. I also add in red. You might be thinking why, but because I think red warms the brown, otherwise it can be slightly dull, and I prefer it a nicer brown. There, tracks. And I'll use white vegetable fat and spread it around my hands, and then I'll start mixing it all together. If you're worried about staining, you can use gloves, food gloves, or you just wash your hands with strong washing up liquid, and I find that takes out most of it. Okay. So as you can see, the colour is starting to come together. Trex just makes it less sticky and easier to move around. So as you can see, the brown hasn't come through that much, and I did put quite a lot in. You always use concentrated paste as opposed to liquid paste when you're working with modelling paste, sugar paste or flour paste. So as you can see, the colour is still, it's not bright enough, so it's not brown enough, so I'm going to add some more. The red's looking nice, so I quite like that. I might need to add a tad more red afterwards, but let's see how we get on. Okay, start to come together. I'll need a bit more brown and a tad more red. As you can see, it's still quite dull. I want the brown to be warmer. So the colour started to get nice and warm, as you can see. It's getting where I want, so I'm just going to knead it to make sure it's all blended in nicely. I always like to experiment with colours, because often with colours you just get a set one, so you're kind of like in charge of your own colour palette, which I find really fun. So here we are, this is the nice brown colour that I wanted. As you can see, this is slightly warmer and not dull, and it's just a lot more like vintage looking, more vibrant. So that's the colour brown I have. Right, so to do the tappets, you have to roll it out nice and thin. Just keep on rolling. You're ready to turn it over. You never work with the side that you've rolled, you always do the other side. Okay, so as you can see, it's nice and thin. See that? It's nice and thin, and I let it rest for a minute or so before I start using the tappets. Okay, let's start. So the letters I want to use today is the letter D and M. So I push the letter in and I move it around, and that should affix onto here. I then use a cocktail stick, take this excess out, put the excess away, move this away slightly, and then I go like that. And there you are. Letter D. There's a few more that you can see, so you'll get the hang of it. Okay, so push it in, move it up and down, take it out, use a cocktail stick, take any of the excess away, tap it out. forward, take it out, there's no excess on M, and I simply tap it out. Now you see why they're called tappets. So now we've done the tappets, I'm now going to work on the next stage of the project. So I'm going to roll out the brown paste. Not as thin as the letters, because I'm not going to be punching it out using the tappets. I'm going to use a scone cutter. So these are used for scones, but I use them often for my cakes just because they're easy to use and they've got nice scalloped edges around. Okay, so once you roll out on this side, you do the same like the tappets, turn it over and then punch out. Roll it around and then take out. And you should have a nice edge. Now this tool here is a mini palette tool. I love it. It's really easy to pick things up, as you can see, and you can use it to neaten the edges as well as your hands. And it's just a great tool to have. It's one of my essential items. I cannot stress enough how important it is to wash your hands regularly. So keep check of that and make sure your hands are clean and that all your apparatus and everything is clean around you. It just makes your life easier, you can think clearer, and it's just a good way of working. Okay, so now I have white Mexican paste and I'm going to roll it out again. So again, it doesn't have to be too thin. Okay, so for texture, I will then use another cutter. Okay, so flip it over and you push it down, swirl it around and take it out. Use your palette knife and then put it over earlier. I will then add the letters D and M. Now I know how it's going to look. I'm now going to take it all off. I'll take that part off and now start sticking things together. It's best to check how things look before gluing it, because once you glue it, you can't go back. So just slightly use my palette knife. Just use your hand lightly to fix it. It's always good to be very light on your hands, especially when doing work like this. So now this is done, I'll just put it aside. So more or less know where everything is going. So I can turn this over and very, very lightly just put a few dots. I don't tend to overkill on the putting glue all the way around because you don't need that much to affix it. So turn it over nicely, and the good thing about this, if you just put a few dots, you can actually hold it because it's slightly firmer now, and then you can just gently put it down exactly where you want it and get a nice neat affixation. So do the same here, take it out, a few dots, find a place where you can still hold it. I can hold it still here, so put it on there, hold it here, gently, and fix it nicely down. Yeah, and It's a very easy project. You just have to make sure that it's neat and that you know what you're doing and you're prepared. Okay, so I hope you've learned a bit today, and I hope to see you again soon.